Hello, Web3 TV friends. My name is Ornella Hernandez, and today I am in Paris at the Paris Blockchain Week conference. I'm sitting down here with one of the attendees, Marc, who is a contributor at the Pyth Network. How are you today, Marc?
Hello, everyone. Doing amazingly well, thank you.
Is it your first time at Paris Blockchain Week?
It is. Despite being French, I've always avoided this conference, but I'm super happy to be here this year.
Why? Why have you avoided it in the past? And what made you come this year?
It feels, at least last year, I can recall, I think it was during the demonstration in Paris, so it was a bit hectic. But the past years, we had lots of work, so we're heads down. Now, product is ready, Oracle, the network is doing well, so a bit more time to come meet data publisher, user, and the greater ecosystem.
All right, so let's get into it a little bit more. Pyth is a Oracle network, so I'd love to hear more about these updates that you're mentioning and what you guys are focusing on right now.
Yeah, definitely. So Pyth is a blockchain Oracle specialized in price feeds. We offer about 500 price feeds on 60 blockchains. The big things this year that we've been looking at is further expanding, there is a new chain every day, every week, and we want to be everywhere. We want to enable anyone to use or to build DeFi, to build the future of finance on chain. So we want to be everywhere.
So you mentioned that there's a new chain every week. Do you think that's a good thing? Do we need so many hundreds of chains out there?
There is good and bad things about it. I still believe we'll see even more than one a day. At some point, we're going to see many more per day. And I think it's needed anyway to try out new things. One of the big new narrative is app chain. Like DYDX, one of the biggest derivative exchange, has its own app chain. We see many more, whether it's within the OP, Optimism Superstack. So we're still early. Keep focusing on what works. Let's not try to reinvent everything. So perpetual exchange, like trading derivatives, has always been the core of crypto. So we need to keep bettering all those platforms, and we play a crucial role in helping them, enabling apps to work almost as if they were working on AWS. So like that speed of light, that 100% uptime. So keep bettering that infra, that perf dexes. One aspect we need to get better at is, despite having big players like DAI, we need more kind of decentralized stablecoin and fully decentralized stablecoin. We've heard a lot, there is Ethena that is like a big topic right now, whether it's a stablecoin or not. And it feels that since DAI, we haven't evolved a lot on this. Yield-bearing stablecoin were introduced with real-world assets recently, Ondo Finance, Back Finance, but I think these are, let's say, traditional finance related. So I think we need to that new wave of MakerDAO type of application.
So what's wrong, or why do you not like the current stablecoins that we have now, like USDC or USDT? What do you think can be improved?
I mean, it's centralized stablecoins. Tether has repeatedly, and it was for hacks, but they have repeatedly blacklisted addresses. So it's not a bug, it's a feature of, and it makes sense for a regulated company. But I would imagine that it would be great to not have, or to really have censorship resistant stablecoin. And in the case of DAI, for example, they started a few years back using USDC or USDT as collateral. It's been slowly offboarded, but this also brings kind of centralization into a decentralized stablecoin. So having this fully censorship resistant kind of backed stablecoin is, I think, paramount. And I think it's a great business, especially with all these staked ETH asset, or all these staked assets, restaked assets. You can collateralize a stablecoin while making so much money. Tether, like you must have seen, Tether books or performance was shared a couple days ago. They do 70% of JP Morgan revenue with 100 people versus 50,000 people. So Tether is the most, one of the best PMF within the crypto industry. what if we could achieve something similar, but fully decentralized?
So then that makes me ask, what do you think about CBDCs and central bank digital currencies? Because that is, I think, another form of centralized stable coins, pretty much.
Definitely. And it's pretty funny because I have a panel on Thursday morning about this topic. Personally, I'm not such of a fan because, again, it brings centralization, which working in DeFi we don't want, but there is a use case. So as long as there is a use case similar to app chains, whether there's 100, 1,000 chains, if having your own chain makes sense, do it. If having CBDC makes sense, do it. And one thing where, for example, I'm actually a proponent of CBDC in one way. Most of the traditional finance, like most of the trading happens like on whether it's Euronext server or NYSE servers. What if, if they were to trade on their own blockchain at some point, they would use CBDC. Like the French stock exchange would likely use French issued CBDC by the French central bank.
Okay.
So
that way we combine all the markets.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And now you kind of bring this, because the trading matching engine is very much black box today. It's kind of NYSE, like it's within NYSE. What if you could have still a permissioned blockchain, but publicly visible? So you can have this accountability. So I'm not decentralization for the sake of decentralization, but if it has its reason, it's fine to have centralization.
Okay, I like that. Now, last question. You are from France, so I wanted to ask, what is your favorite thing about France or Paris or being French, and your least favorite thing?
Least favorite, I took the subway this morning. Might be one of the least enjoyable things to do in Paris.
I actually love the French metro. Compared to other metros around the world, this one is so easy for me, personally.
I was in London recently. It's true that, London subway is also pretty bad, actually. But living in Portugal, I'm lucky I can just walk. So now I walk a lot. Favorite thing must be, and I've very much, it's going to be a weird, so I'll give two positive things. Full of French builders. I am amazed and quite proud to see so many French people, whether on the developer side or on the BD or elsewhere, being involved in crypto generally and DeFi. This is one of the things we should be proud of ourselves. And second, Paris is beautiful. If you pick your places, I've barely lived in Paris my whole life. So every time I'm around, I'm kind of like a tourist. So I actually have a camera, an analog camera in my backpack. So whenever in the day I'm just wandering around the city, I take pictures. So yeah, just the city vibe, the beauty of it, the parks is definitely a great thing about Paris.
All right. I agree. Well, thank you so much for your time today, Marc, and enjoy the rest of the conference.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.